Hi everyone, welcome back to S&S Bioinfo. Today's topic is polygenic inheritance. Poly means many. Many genes controls a character or a phenotype. So look at the board, you can see the diagrammatic representation of polygenic inheritance. Suppose one chromosome. This chromosome has genes in it. Chromosomes carry genes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 genes I have labeled here. Here this first gene, second gene, third gene. So 2 or more genes control a specific character. Specific character or phenotype. Phenotype. This is called polygenic inheritance. As it is controlled by 2 or more genes, it is also known as quantitative inheritance. Quantitative inheritance. Polygenic inheritance is a non-Mendelian pattern of inheritance. We have already learned about the Mendelian pattern of inheritance. According to Mendelian concept, one gene controls a specific phenotype or a character. Here, 2 or more genes control a specific phenotype or a character. This can be seen in all living organisms, including animals, plants, even in human beings. Let us study some examples of polygenic inheritance that can be seen in human beings. In human beings, the height, the hair color, the skin color are examples of polygenic inheritance. Let us take the skin color of human beings. You have seen wide ranges in variations of skin color among human individuals. How it happens among human individuals, how it occurs in human individuals, it is because of polygenic inheritance. Because human skin color is controlled by 3 genes. The 3 genes can be in homozygous dominant form, heterozygous dominant form and homozygous recessive forms. So let us think about it. I have told you that this human skin color is controlled by 3 genes. Let the dominant alleles of those genes be capital A, B and C. Here capital A, B and C are the 3 dominant alleles. Dominant alleles. Then small a, b, c. A, b, c are the recessive alleles. So these alleles occur in pairs. They will be occur as homozygous dominant, heterozygous dominant and homozygous recessive. Let us write that. Homozygous dominant condition, heterozygous dominant condition, then homozygous recessive condition. Here homozygous dominant condition. Here let us consider the number of dominant alleles. Here total number 6. 6 dominant alleles. Here, how many? 1, 2, 3. 3 dominant alleles. 3 dominant alleles. Here, no dominant alleles. So, I can write here 0 dominant alleles. Here, as it has 6 dominant alleles, the melanin production will be high. The more melanin, the skin color will be black. So, more melanin, then black skin color, black color. So here as it has 3 dominant, the melanin production is in a particular amount. Some quantity of melanin will be produced. It leads to the formation of intermediate skin color. So some melanin. So it leads to intermediate skin color. Then in the case of last one, as it has no dominant alleles, the recessive trait will be expressed here. No melanin production, no melanin. So that pale color of the skin will be appeared. Pale color, pale skin color. Skin color. You have heard about albinos. albinos. Okay, these are the color of the that skin, that ranges of the skin tone. So black skin, intermediate skin color, the pale skin color or albinos. So there will be ranges in between these two and also these two. So let us take some key words to understand more about the skin color in human beings. So here I write how many is 6 dominant. 6 dominant, that is black color. So the last one 0 dominant. 0 dominant. Then albinos. Then the 3 dominant alleles. 3 dominant alleles. Then intermediate. I mean, if there are 3 dominant alleles, the skin color will be intermediate. So there will be skin tone in between these also. So here next one is 4 dominance. Here 5 dominance. Then in between 0 and 3, here 1 dominant, 2 dominant. So if it is 4 dominant, so as it is 3 dominant intermediate, 4 dominant means very dark. So sorry, dark. Next 5 dominance means very dark. Very dark. So intermediate to dark, then very dark, then black color. So let's come to this point, intermediate to albinos. Here light, here very light. See the skin tone from here black to albinos, black, very dark, dark, then intermediate, light, very light, albinos. So let us take these keywords, this 6D to 0D as a keyword to identify the skin color of the trihybrid growth of 2 homozygous parents. When a homozygous dominant parent is crossed with a homozygous recessive parent, the F1 progeny will be produced with the heterozygous dominant. So when they are crossed, then we will get 64 types of genotypes. 64 genotypes, so 64 different skin color in the progeny. Let us see how it occurs. Then let's consider the trihybrid cross of 2 homozygous parents. Here the parents, first one, let it be the homozygous dominant, second parent, homozygous recessive, So the gametes, the second step for gametes. So one from each pair of alleles. So that it could be, so this is a combination of the alleles in this particular gamete, one parent's gamete. Next one will be small a, b and c. So the second type of that gamete in second parent. So the next step is fertilization. In fertilization, the combination, the pairing up of alleles for controlling the character. Here, at the time of fertilization, let us write the letters together. So, capital A, small a, then capital B, small b, then capital C, small c. So, heterozygous individual in the F1 generation. Heterozygous individuals in the F1 generation. F1 generations, heterozygous condition. Here, in the next step, this can be crossed. Both parents are in heterozygous condition. So, parent 1. So, next step. So, first step over. So, that's next step. Next parents. Heterozygous. First parent heterozygous. The second parent also heterozygous condition. Here, let us see how the different combinations of alleles are entered in the gametes at the time of gamete formation. See, in each combination there will be 3 alleles. Let us see A with the capital B, then capital C. So, first combination will be capital A, B, C. So, one gamete. So, next one, how can we find out? Yes, capital A with the capital B, then small c, capital A, capital B, then small c. Second type of gamete. Third type, let's begin with a small a. A, then caps B, then capital letter C. Third combination. Fourth combination again, small a, again capital letter B, then small c. The fifth combination of gene will be, let us start from capital A, then with a small b. Capital A, then with a small b, then capital C. Fifth one, again a sixth one, again capital A with a small b, small c. Next one, the small a with the small b, capital C. Again, the small a with the small b, small c. So here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 combinations of alleles. That means 8 types of gametes can be formed in this case. So we have learned about dihybrid cross. In that case, 4 types of gametes are formed from that heterozygous parent. Here 8 types of gametes. So as the second parent's genotype is similar to the first one, the same that genotype, that means the gamete will be formed in the second parents. So for finding out the next generation, what we must do? We must do Punnett square. So we will find that for finding out the number of the genotypes in the F2 generation, we need to multiply these. 8 into 8, 64. It would create 64 possible genotypes in the F2 generation. So in this diagram, you can see the 64 possible genotype of the F2 generation. Here I have used a shortcut to find out the genotype of the F2 generation. Should be followed only in this polygenic inheritance of skin color. So let us use the keyword. Here, instead of writing these capital A, B, B, C, C, I have just written the number of dominant alleles in each boxes. So we can easily correlate those numbers with these keywords 6D to 0D. So here I have just counted the dominant allele. 3 plus 3 6, then 3 plus 2 5, 3 plus 2 5 again, 3 plus 1 4, like that. I have filled the total number of dominant allele in each combination. So I have got this particular arrangement of, that means particular pattern. Then how many that combination with the 6 dominant, how many with the 5, how many with the 4, how many with the 3, 2, 1, so on. Here you can see I have got only 1 6 dominant. See, 6 dominant only 1 number. Then 5D, how many? 6. So I have got 6. Then 4D, have to count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Have to count the how many? 4 dominant combination. Then it's the combination with the 4 dominant alleles. So I have got a 15 number. Then 3D means I have to count the 3. Then I got 20 here. Then 2D, then 15, total number 15. 1D means 1 dominant allele means I have got a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 0 dominant only 1. If I write all the possible genotype, it takes 1 hour time. So it is a very Herculean task to write everything on the board and study. So that I use the shortcut. So I have to remind that, you have to remember that this must be followed only while writing the polygenic inheritance of human skin color. So here you can see total 64. When we add these numbers, so total number is 64. So 64 different allele combination can be seen in the F2 individuals. That means different varieties of skin tone, 64 unique skin tone can be seen in the F2 individuals. So that is in the case of 2 heterozygous parents are crossed. See, if there is a single difference in the allelic combination, the result will be different. So that it creates wide variety or ranges of skin tone among human individuals. I hope you understood the topic well. You have to remember one thing. you should follow this kind of shortcut when you only while writing the F2 combinations of genes in polygenic inheritance in the case of human skin. With this, I conclude my session. Thank you and have nice moments.